Hi, this is Beth, one of the bees of B&B Homestead. I have some new roommates here in the hobby room. We got some more fish for our tanks. This is our quarantine tank where we keep them for a couple weeks and make sure everybody's healthy and no illnesses or anything like that before we put them in our other tanks. But we are here to make the matching earring to our necklace that we made last week. So without further ado, let's get beading. Okay, let us get started. I have went ahead and made the first earring to go with our necklace that we made. And it's very simple. It's just some seed beads, the gray bicones, and the purple rondelles, and an earring wire. Now I am going to show you how we are going to make it. Lay this right here. First, we are going to need 10 seed beads. Put those out there. We're going to be using what's called a stop bead. What you want to do is use a bead that is not part of your project so you don't mistake it for a bead that's in your project. So we need one of those. We need an earring wire. Our 2 purple rondelles. We got those. Our 2 gray 4mm bicones, and our stone. So let's get started. I hope everyone's weekend is going well. We are having a beautiful day. It's like 58 degrees out here, and tomorrow it's going to be 60, so I might get out there and do a little yard work, a little winter cleanup. Okay. To start off with, we are going to put on our stop bead. So we're going to run our thread, our needle, through the bead, pull it down, give yourself about 4 or 5 inches of a tail thread. Then you're going to take your needle and you're going to come around and you're going to go back up the opposite direction that your tail thread's coming through. So it makes a loop, and when you pull, it makes a loop around the stop bead, and when you pull it, it helps hold your beads on, your work on, so it doesn't slide off the end. That's why it's called a stop bead. Okay, so we are going to get this party started. First, we are going to pick up our gray 4mm bicone onto our thread. We're going to pick up a purple rondelle, put it on our thread. We're going to pick up our stone that matches the one in our necklace and pull it down. Now we're going to repeat that by putting on the purple rondelle, and the gray seed bead. The gray 4mm bicone. I'm sorry. Now that we have all of our beads on here, we're going to pick up 7 of our 11 seed beads. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to drop those down to our work. Then I have to pick it up. And what we're going to do is, see if I can lay it down and show this to you. What we're going to do is we're coming out right here. We're going to come around and just go through the very first seed bead that we added, which is closest to the bicone right here. So we're just going through that one seed bead. And we are going to take our needle and we are going to go all the way down through the stone. Whoops, missed the stone, didn't I? Okay. Don't worry, we're going to take our slack out. We're going to go back through, through the stone, through the rondelle, down through the gray bicone maybe. If you can't get it in one step, that's okay. It's not going to cooperate. We'll just go through the stone. So we're going to pull. Then we're going to go through the purple rondelle and the gray bicone on the end, making sure not to go through our stop bead. So pick this up and you pull. It pulls everything nice and tight. So that's what we have so far. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to slide our stop bead. You just grab a hold of the stop bead and pull it a little bit to get it out of the way. We're going to pick up our last 3 seed beads, drop them down. Thought I was missing one. He was hiding. There he is. Then what we're going to do is we're going to skip the seed beads and just go back through the bicone and through the rondelle. And we're going to pull. And it's going to make what you call a picot in beading terms, which is 3 beads. And what it's going to do is it's going to be our stop beads at the bottom of our earring. So then we've got those on. Now we are going to, we've went through the gray bicone, we've went through the purple rondelle. Now we're going to go back up through our stone and the purple rondelle. We're going to pull gently. You don't want to pull hard. Then we're going to go up through the gray bicone and we are going to go back through our seed beads one more time, and it's called reinforcing. I got a loop in my thread right there, it seems. There we go. You just want to give it a little tug. You don't want it super tight because you want it to have a little give to it to make it more natural looking. Okay, so we went through 1 seed bead. Now we're going to go through the other 6. And go through as many as you can at a time or 1 at a time, whatever you are comfortable with. And then this one. Give it a little pull. It'll seem a little wonky here for a second, but we are going to fix that. We're going to go back down through the 7th seed bead, which is the seed bead closest to our bicone. So go back through that, back through the bicone, back through the rondelle, and all the way down through the stone again. Pull our thread, our needle and thread, just like so. Then we're going to go down here and we're going to go through our rondelle and our bicone again. Okay? Now we're back down meeting our tail thread. So now what we're going to do is we are going to grab a hold of our stop bead and we're going to pull it off, just like so. Then what we are going to do is we are going to take and tie a knot in our thread. Now I used 8-pound smoke, and the reason why is earrings don't usually, are not bumping into things and stuff, but if something happens to catch on your earring and pulls, you want some good thread that's gonna hold up to those little things. So first we're gonna tie a regular knot, pull it tight. Then we're gonna do our 2 loops, 1 and 2. We're gonna slide that down there and give it a good pull. Then we're gonna take the thread that still has our needle on it, and we're gonna come back up through our bicone, our 4mm gray bicone. Get my needle in there. And the reason that we're doing that is we're just going to be pulling the knot up into that bicone. You can pull it all, take your thread also through the rondelle. And just like that, we are done. Then what I also did is, on this earring, is I made a loop with my threaded needle. I went around, and then it's kind of hard to show on camera, but I made sure the loop was between my stone and my rondelle, and then I just went up through my loop and I pulled. Just like that. And we have a little slack, which is what we wanted. Then I'm going to take my needle and run it up through the stone, just to get that like so. Lay it down here. Give a little pull. Then we are ready to burn our thread off. It's the one with the needle. Turn it around and burn the one. Oops, I didn't get that quite close enough to my liking. There. And there we go. Now we are going to attach our earring hook. And I have another new tool to share with you guys. Okay. Lay my needle off to the side here. This here is called a jump ring opener. And it looks like just a ring with all these slots around it. But it does have a purpose. And how this works is, on an earring, it depends on the earring hook that you use or that you prefer. I have some different ones that actually they snap in the back. The hooks actually come around and snap in the back. So this one, you slide up the little spring and ball, and you'll see a little slot in there. What we're going to do is we are going to take our little jump ring, and we're going to set it in the slot that fits best. And all we will do is turn the ring, and it's open. Sometimes this is easier to use, I found, than pliers, because it's difficult to get it in there and hold it and turn. So now that it's open, we're going to take the end that we have the biggest loop on, which is the one with the 7 seed beads. We're going to slide it over the open earring loop, just like so. Then we can take our little jump ring, slide it into the slot that fits it best, and now we're going to close it. So we slide it in there. Whoops, got it in the wrong slot. And then we just twist, and it's closed. But it's not closed to my liking. So I am going to take my little pliers, and I am going to just bring it up some, because you don't want a gap in there, because your earring could possibly slide off if you have a little a little gap in there in that loop. So I'm going to get a hold of it, and I'm going to do a no-no, and I'm just going to squeeze that loop until it touches the other side. And guess what? We have our other earring. Our earrings are done. I think they turned out so pretty, and they match our necklace just beautifully. Okay, guys, that was a very simple earring to make. It turned out very beautiful, even though it's you could say simply made. I'm really happy how cute they turned out. I'll have to wear the set to work and get the girls' reviews on them. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video and hopefully learn something new. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, like the video, hit the ringy dingy, also known as the notification bell, and so that you know when I post more videos. Have a great day.